7:33 now, K101, and Taylor Burnett and company have joined us now in the studio. My goodness.
It is not just Taylor Burnett.
It is definitely in company.
It is the executive director of post-secondary strategic development.
We're trying to figure out an acronym, but anything that you come up with is not good. So yeah, we're career tech acronyms you to death, but we're just let's say it a mouthful.
And we're pleased as punch you're here and brought some young people with you. Excited about that as well. It's a regular feature here on the big radio station, the Morning Show and Friends, the last Thursday, typically of every month, fourth Thursday, whatever. Tech Bites, what's on the menu, Mr. Holtz, the official title of the show. But we're pleased to have Taylor and his bunch today with us today. Should we go around and kind of introduce these people, or what do we want to do?
Yeah, I was going to have Taylor do that, but okay. First of all, you giggled when he said that about the Tech Bite thing.
Well, no, more about with Barkley Holt, because, Mr. Holtz, he pawns this off on everybody else, and we're better on the radio than he is as well, so yeah.
Wow, I thought maybe it had something to do with the name of the show.
No, it's it's that, big bald guy that with the lisp that leads us.
And I don't know.
Wow. Shots across the bow.
Those skills, like you and Mr. Gaines and everybody, that we limit those skills to just the radio program. I mean, there are a lot of things we may be better at collectively than Mr. Holt.
Without a doubt, except for pig showing. When it comes to that with things. But no, really what I wanted to do is, he asked if I could fill in for him, and we wanted to bring in people that are about the adult students with the post-secondary, because, what we're trying to build, what they are doing right now. I have 3 WIN students that are apparently inseparable. I asked 1 and 3 show up, and then we have 1 in the LPN program as well. But with what they are doing, it makes it easy for with what we're doing and what we're trying to build and what we're trying to grow out at our school, to really give kids and give youth an example and a path on what they can do, and mainly stay in our territory and in our region, and not have to travel forever for training. And because the odds are, if they go anywhere for training that's outside of our territory, they usually stay. And so we hope that we can build this and enable them with what we've done with WIN, with what we've done with LPN, with what we've done with CNA, CDL, CMA, phlebotomy, and things like that, to give kids a path and a career. So I'll let them introduce themselves, because we have way too many people. And I also want you guys to say where you're from as well. Go ahead.
My name is Bryce Sanders. I'm actually from Fort Worth, Texas. So I traveled all the way out here to attend High Plains and go be a WIN Tech. Yes, sir.
Before we introduce everybody else, how'd you find out about High Plains Technology Center? Coming from the Metroplex?
From the next guy I was actually about to talk, his uncles actually both went through the same exact program, same instructor with Jack, and they let me know about it. He let me know about it. And here we are.
Tell them what you're also doing while you're here for 20 weeks. I just found this out this morning as well.
I'm also a server/host at Longshot. So I'm working and going to school.
And infusing money into the local economy during those 20 weeks.
So bless your heart.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely.
My name is Antonio Johnson. I'm from Arlington, Texas. And I've had 2 uncles go through the program, and they kind of showed me that, and I took that opportunity. I'm also working at Brahms right now.
See? Boom, boom. There we go.
My name is Kale Lewis. I'm from right here in Woodward, Oklahoma.
Okay.
How did you find out about WIN? The WIN program?
My dad's a wind instructor, and he just kind of pushed for me to go through High Plains instead of, going out and getting with a random company. He suggested that I go through the program at High Plains to kind of get my foot in the door.
Absolutely.
And last but not least, the most important there at the end.
My name's Diana Gonzalez, and I'm from Beaver. I ended up in Woodward because I had a friend who came through the program last year, and she just persuaded me to come to Woodward for LPN school.
And she's in the LPN. She's getting ready to go do clinicals, so
yes.
She's dressed better than these 3. They dressed for the radio when it came to things. But yeah, she's doing big things as well.
That WIN program is just phenomenal in terms of the development of it, and I knew we had young people from all over the country, and obviously a couple of Texas young men. But Jack Day still the instructor, still one of the
100%. We can take credit at High Plains, but I tell everybody all the time, this program would not be what it is without Jack Day and his leadership. These kids, these 3 have a built-in mentor right off the get-go, and there's not a better mentor out there in the world, especially when it comes to the wind industry. And it's just exciting, and with what we've done. And he said when we hired him, give it 3 years, and it took 3 years, and look now where we are now, and it's taken off, and it's attracting talent from outside the state, and it's exciting.
Where are we within the program in terms of how much longer this particular class, guys? Are we halfway through, all the way through, most all the way through? Tell us about that.
We're almost halfway through. I'm pretty sure we're on week 8.
Yep.
Week
Okay.
8, so we have 20 weeks total. So we're on week 8. We're 12 weeks out from graduating the entire class. Yes, sir.
What are you learning right
What-
now?
Yeah, I was going to say,
Right
what are you
now-
guys doing?
right
I
now-
saw you on the simulators yesterday, so what are you doing right now?
Right now, we're doing a whole bunch of we're troubleshooting. This guy, Kale, is troubleshooting because he decided to get a little ahead of everybody for whatever reason. But
It's
no,
the Lewis way.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm saying.
No, we're just troubleshooting. So we have our simulators. We have a whole bunch of wire.
But what simulators what are you working on? What
Motor control
Motor
systems.
control. There you go.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And have you done AC/DC and electronics already?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. And you talk about transferable skills when you talk about those two things, and they're already it's hands on, right, fellas? I mean,
Very.
is that what you like the best?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
100%.
And obviously, safety is a big issue. I know
It
that
is.
you guys are safeties driven in on a daily basis because
Indeed.
that could be kind of dangerous climbing one of those rascals, and just all those moving parts and everything. Which I'd want to be around that, but it's
Come on, they can get you up there, CJ.
No way.
300 feet in the
guys-
air and
I-
electrified is
oh,
what
no.
I say all the
Oh,
time.
my Lord.
You talk about the views and two things that can kill you, but you have to respect it.
So, obviously, none of you guys are afraid of heights. You couldn't have been.
Well,
Well, maybe so. Okay.
you know, a little
What?
bit, but it's definitely it's not something that's gonna hold me back from getting up there and doing what I need to do.
how do you
So,
conquer that though? 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't know. I just tell myself I got to do it, and I want to do it. So
We were broadcasting on a 1,200-foot tower west of Sharon, and there is an elevator, but you have to climb the first 40 feet to get to the elevator. I have climbed the first 40 feet, but there's no way in heck you're going to get on an elevator that goes up 1,000 feet in the air. And to be able to conquer that, I was asking for advice on how to conquer that. If you do have kind of a
I don't
kind of a
really know
have a
about
fair,
any
do you
of
just
it.
don't look down? I mean,
yeah, I
is that-
just
Well,
do it.
It's funny.
And I think what Jack teaches them, as well as the safety instructors, that they get a different piece of with things is trusting in the equipment.
Okay.
That's the most vital thing. It's not anytime you take that harness on and before you put that harness back on, off and put it back on, you better inspect it. That's what you don't get complacent. And you have people out there that have been complacent at times, but if you trust and inspect and you put that's something that is your life is literally in that hands of that harness and those devices. It's pretty vital. And I think really you teach them how to just sit there and trust it off the get-go, right? Because they've already tried.
That's
You've
week-
already climbed the climbing tower.
That's week 1.
Yeah, the week 1 with that, and you're getting ready to climb our tower on campus, and sometime. So
Today we're
Oh,
actually
okay.
doing,
I didn't know if you knew. I didn't know. I didn't want to
Yeah.
break that to
We
you.
knew
Okay.
that.
Today we have evacuations off of 150-foot tower. So we're gonna be jumping off the top.
Not jumping.
Not yet.
Not actually jumping. Not actually jumping.
I just did flip flops there because I'm like, what?
No, I'm gonna be doing front flips off the top of the tower.
Oh, yeah, no, you're not.
It's a little different. The funny thing is when we talk about LPM program, they talk about deadly things as well because, here you are learning about bloodborne pathogens, protecting yourself. It's no different than anything. You still have to trust in your equipment, trust in your skills, and trust in what you're doing with things. So.
Why
what-
healthcare? What prompted you to go through healthcare and help people?
So I've always been interested in the healthcare. I think nursing and just medical, it's always evolving. I think it's personally really cool. And intentionally, I wanted to be a nurse right out of high school, but life happens and that just didn't happen. And I was really nervous to apply to the LPN program here in High Plains just because I just didn't think I was capable of doing it. And here I am, second semester, almost done. We graduate in May. And I'm doing it. And I mean, the instructor chairs are really great at presenting material, and they have made it really easy to just keep on going.
And you talk about our partner with Beaver County. Diane is a prime example of that with the adult program as well, because it's something you might have gone to Guyman before with things, correct? If there was an opportunity.
Yes,
Or liberal or-
liberal or
Okay.
Perryton. Yeah.
So clinicals start today.
No, they started last Monday.
So you're doing clinicals. Where are you on your clinicals?
So we do 2 weeks of class, 2 weeks of clinicals, and I'm on my week 2. I'll be done tomorrow, and then Monday we'll go back to the classroom.
But what are you doing? What
I'm at Dr. Kirkendall's, so I'm doing blood draws, IVs, starting IV bags, giving shots.
So it had to take a little bit of something to get these guys to climb 300-foot towers. Talking to you, there's got to be something there that you're willing to stick people,
Yes.
take their blood, that sort of thing. I mean, seriously. I mean,
Yes,
that's,
no, without
Yeah.
a doubt.
that's. I mean, the first time you did that, you had to be a little squeamish, didn't you?
Oh, yes, and I still get very intimidated. I mean, not everybody has the right kind of vein, and, everybody has a different BMI, so... Yeah, it's still intimidating, but I mean, I like to do it.
She looked at you when she said that, but
BMI, I'm going to play an idiot here. What's BMI stand for?
Tell him.
Body mass index.
Oh, okay.
and I would much rather climb 300 feet than I would rather stick somebody with a needle. I mean, let's just
Or be stuck.
We were talking with Diana outside there a second ago. You were nervous coming on today. Is it tougher to do the radio, or is it tougher to stick somebody with a needle?
Probably the radio.
So, is there a specific area LPN that you want to go into once you get your degree and are out there in the working world?
I think I want to try maybe the ER or med surge. I worked at a clinic these last 2 years, and I want to branch out and see what else nursing has to offer.
Okay. Would you be willing to climb a 300-foot tower with these guys?
No,
We can't switch jobs for a day.
no.
job shadow. And I mean, the end result is the greatest thing. And when we look at both of these programs, LPN's had a 100% pass rate on NCLEX. The WIN students have been 100% placement before graduation is our goal. And it's about them becoming taxpayers and giving back to the community. And it's not just a job; it's a career that they can do and they can grow in.
And a really good one. by the
Without
way,
a
yeah.
doubt. I mean, they'll tell you, and at times they've shied away, and I love it because Kale and Antonio have talked about it. What is one of the motivating factors on graduating?
The money.
Yeah, I mean,
What's wrong with that?
I agree.
It's capitalism.
100%. I mean, when you talk about a starting wage anywhere from $25 to $30 an hour, relocation package, it's a big thing. So
And,
yeah.
Taylor, one of the things, quite honestly, that have impressed me in a number of things, the list is long, very long, but the involvement that I know, and I don't know that I realized this early on, but in terms of Jack and Mr. Day and all the staff there, even with nursing, the assistants, and it's not like you're in, we're going to put you through the WIN school, and you're out of there. You help them, placement, interview skills for that matter, and just everything that is involved. They embrace the students, and I may be this way everywhere else. I don't think it is, but I know it is at High Plains Technology Center that they care about you. The bottom line is, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And you're not just in and out of the door. We're going to help you get a good job and help you develop your career.
I try to tell them the first day that, their name's attached to us. They made it through that interview process, and our name's attached to them forever. And I do look at them. We need to figure out over 500 students. I still, at times takes me a little bit as I'm getting older to remember each and every one of them, but they make an impact on our lives as well.
Sure they do.
And so it does matter, and it is different. The LPN's the same way with things. It's just it's easy to do with what we're doing, and if you talk to these four very long, you'll understand why.
We've talked about Mr. Day, about Jack. Who are some of the instructors that have been near and dear to you that have really embraced you and helped you there at High Plains? Who's been special?
Mrs. Foster and Mrs. Vanzi, they've both been very helpful with any questions we have, even presenting the material. They've made it very clear. I remember my first test. I was so nervous because I'm like, I just don't know if I'm gonna remember anything that they talked about. And then I took it, and I was like, oh wow, like they presented the material just as what was gonna be on the test, and they've done such a great job with all of us.
Because the pressure's on your class when you talk about the pass rate for the NCLEX
Yes.
with everything as well.
Absolutely.
The last class did 100% complete that. They didn't do it the first time, but they almost did. And so, I mean, we've been on a roll with that. Mm-hmm. And I think that's wise when you talk about the other options you have out in the Panhandle when you came out to our places. That's a big drawing factor as well,
Yes,
correct?
yes,
And
absolutely.
those that don't understand that NCLEX, whew, I don't want to take it.
No, no. So she already talked about where she wants to go. Where you guys willing to relocate anywhere in the country to go do your job?
100%. One of the big things Jack asked us when we first got interviewed was, I'm gonna talk just like Jack. So this is a Jack impersonation. He said, if they send you to the middle of Idaho, are you gonna go to Idaho? That was one of the big questions that Jack asked us on the very first time we met him. So that was
an old military guy.
yes, sir. He was in the Navy.
That's great.
So yeah, I mean, I'm 100% ready to go anywhere they send me.
Yeah, I'm willing to relocate, travel, do whatever.
Okay.
You know, hopefully the 2 Texan boys come back to Oklahoma as the big draw with that and get stationed in Oklahoma. But the beauty is, even if they're travel techs, guess what? They live in Oklahoma, in
Right.
Woodward, and travel out a lot of times as well.
You know you're going to be famous all day after the impersonation of Jack. You realize that, don't
He
you?
didn't shave his head for it, though. You know.
That was
I didn't have the landing
The
strip.
landing strip.
boy. Now you're really telling stories.
Yeah.
Jack hates that joke, by the way.
Taylor, talk to us a little bit about at least where you can go. The Technology Center, Career Tech, and we always like to say, and it's true, quite honestly, that the Oklahoma Career Tech system is a model for the country. And I think High Plains Technology Center is a model for the state of Oklahoma in terms of the different areas. And we're enhancing, I guess enhance may be a good word, I don't know, post-secondary. That's job development, workforce, that type of thing. The future is unlimited, and I know some of the things that are in the works. Some you probably can't talk about. Probably can't,
No,
but,
open book kind of
it is,
now.
It is the unlimited horizon, if you will, when it comes to workforce development and post-secondary within this facility.
Well, you know, when we talk about dots on the map when it comes to junior college, it's really we're in that desert, so to speak, especially when it comes to Oklahoma. And nothing is groundbreaking that we're doing. What we did is, you know, like that line in Robots, see a need, fill a need, and, you know, the entrepreneurial spirit. And we just got tired of listening to some of our kids having to go to other places, whether it be a Stillwater, even though it's the best place on earth,
It's the Mecca of the Promised Land. the home of the Cowboys.
to not come back. And you know, and one thing that we have to do is we have to invest in our youth. We have to give them pathways. We have to create jobs for them. We have to create an environment that needs that. But guess what has to come before that? Training. You know, they have to be skilled. We have to allow companies to understand there's a skilled workforce here that is labor ready and able to be employed. And that's what we're trying to do with different things. And we're going hard at it. We're here advocating every day. I'm going straight here to the Capitol today to talk about things because it is something that we are very passionate about. And when you're passionate about it, it makes it easy.
You mentioned the word pathways. I don't know that I ever heard that, or I have, but obviously, the pathway to get to where they need to be.
Yep, and that's the end result. You know, the home run that we've hit with Win, the home run that we've had with LPN. Let's replicate that and let's continue that in other avenues and give kids a little bit of a broader spectrum as well. And it's not just kids, it's adults. Everybody loves that comeback story with things, you know, when we talk about that. You know, LPN and WIND are prime examples. We've had people in their 50s going through these programs that are trying to better their lives. There is nothing better than the medical field when you talk about starting out at CNA, going to LPN, going to CMA, going to RN, going to LPRNA, you know, whatever it is, a certified physician's assistant. It's just neat, and hopefully always trying to better themselves. I fail at that a lot. I can tell you that much.
You know, your campus is changing physically. That's a huge building there, just kind of off to the north. Tell us what that's going to do for you. Not necessarily in your arena necessarily, but it kind of is.
No, it will be. That's where we hope to have our growth.
Okay.
You know, we hope to build something, and we hope to house a bunch of the adult programs in there. We you know, great as the building as it is, we still need some shop space. We need some, you know, because we are hands-on driven. We can turn on a dime. That's what I love about Career Tech. In my 16 years, it's taken me a while to understand that, but we have the building. We have that spark. And that was due to the Alexanders having a vision in us, and it's something that I know our staff will not let go by the wayside. And as we continue to grow this, you will see more. I want to see, 1,000 people through those doors, 3,000 people through those doors in a year, because it's helping our Northwest Oklahoma.
You mentioned staff, and obviously you have the best students, I think, in the world, but golly, your staff from top to bottom, and they are constantly bailing Osage out in various different things. You included.
Yeah, they
obviously.
bail me out.
Even the bald-headed guy, Barkley.
Oh, that's a more than a full-time job.
But in terms of what a marvelous staff, and there's no, it's no surprise that when those surveys of the best place to work and best employers and that type of thing, High Plains is always up at the top.
Well, it just makes it easy, but like I said, it's not just the staff; it's these kids, and even my own daughter being there, my first daughter that's actually gone through Career Tech. It means the world to me because I've seen up close and personal how it's changed lives. And directed kids towards the goal, and having that goal matters.
We're good.
Good stuff.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, quality stuff. So if somebody wanted to get involved, because we're running out of time, somebody's heard this program, they want to go work on windmills or they want to be an LPN, what do they need to do?
Jack would say you owe him donuts right now. You said windmills, but
It's
wind turbines.
It's wind turbines.
Sorry.
So if they want to go through the wind program, the full-time wind program, or even have some safety training with that, call Sheila. She's the one that sits at the desk more than anything. My ex-work wife is what I like to speak, so to speak, but 580-571-6167. And if you want to go into the LPN program, those applications are open right now. Both applications are open right now. 580-256-6618. And Anita will direct you to the right person, or contact Audra Halderman as well, our school counselor. And I'm telling you, even starting out as a CNA, get your feet wet because you had to get your CNA before you
Yes.
even went to your LPN, correct?
Yes.
So be aware of that, and we'll have some prerequisites, and those are things that even the CNA think can change a life as well.
What's the timetable on the new WIN program? You're a little over 2/3 of the way with this one, week 8. What'd you say? Or
Yeah,
something?
week 8.
Another 20-week program. What's the next program?
July through
They start in
December?
July, right after the 4th of July.
Okay.
So they'll start interviews probably in April. With that, this next class is going to be way full. We only take 18. I always say if you don't get in the first class, don't be disappointed because this is the class when a lot of high school seniors are graduating. Mom and dad are saying, hey, go do something.
Right.
This is a great pathway. So it is probably our class that's a little bit more competitive. That's why these three got into this one. So
Hey.
You just said something, kind of interview process. What do you look for in a young man or a young lady that wants to get into the wind industry? What's when you're sitting there with an interview process, what excites you about someone? Hey, that's going to be a good candidate.
what are
That's gonna be
Jack's
a good
what are
candidate.
Jack's 3 words?
Accountability, integrity, and dependability are the main 3 that Jack and interviewers look for us.
And I wish that's what we tried. It's not only like you said earlier about making them a trained technician. It's about hopefully making them a better human being as well with that. But that military aspect of Jack Day drives hard, and it's something that we don't have the janitorial staff come into the WIN program, right? What do you guys do?
We vacuum and wipe tables off. Only thing we don't touch would be the trash.
There you go.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Guys, we appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Best of luck stabbing people with you guys don't fall. I can't wait to hear about your somersaults from 150 feet. Tech Bites this morning on K101. Good morning.